How's it going, everybody? This is the Tarps Off Sports Blitz. I'm Zach. He's Nick. We're going to go ahead and get it started with hockey today, the NHL. Mikko Koivu decided to hang up his skates today. Koivu played 7 games with the Columbus Blue Jackets. I guess he felt like he wasn't able to give the team his all. I know in an earlier interview he talked about he really wanted to help the team out and help them with goals and everything. And in 7 games, he had just 1 goal. So he felt like he wasn't able to give the team, his absolute best. So for that reason, decided to just go ahead and retire. Koivu spent the previous 15 seasons as the captain and center of the Minnesota Wild. So, a pretty good career for him. But what do we got going on with basketball, Nick?
Yeah, we'll start out in the NBA where we had Brooklyn visiting Detroit tonight. Brooklyn came without Kevin Durant and lost the game 122-111. Even though we saw a good night out of Kyrie and James Harden with 27 points for Kyrie, 24 for James Harden with 12 assists, we still saw them go down. I mean, they gave up 32 points to Jeremy Grant, who is an all-right player, and then they gave up 22 to DeLon Wright and 9 assists. And now the Nets are 7-11 against teams below 500 in the NBA, which is the most losses by any teams in the NBA. So then we'll throw it to some college basketball after that, where we had Duke again losing to now be, for the first time since 1999, under 500, where they went down at home to Notre Dame, 93-89. And I mean, Notre Dame played the perfect game. They put up all the points they needed to at Cameron Indoor Stadium. It's hard to play there, even without fans. And we saw Cormac Ryan for Notre Dame put up 28 in his career high, so he had a fantastic day. Then to finish up the night in college basketball, we had a top 25 ranked matchup between West Virginia and Texas Tech, where we saw Texas Tech coach Chris Beard get ejected at the end of the game, do some yelling at the refs, sit on the floor a couple times, then hit a light jog out of the building. 82-71 in favor of West Virginia. Sean McNeil with 26 points, Miles McBride with 20 points, and they got the job done again. So earlier today, we had some sad NFL news, and I'll throw it over to you for that.
Yeah, so former Cleveland Browns head coach and Kansas City Chiefs head coach Marty Schottenheimer died today at the age of 77. I heard that news earlier. I think it was like 9 o'clock this morning, and I was pretty sad about that. I know a lot of Cleveland fans were pretty sad about that too. I mean, he meant a lot to, a lot of former coaches, a lot of former players, and just athletes in general. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter of, people giving, their love to him and his family and everything. And I saw Bill Cowher. He was, talking about how much he meant to him as a coach. Cowher was he played for him when Schottenheimer was the defensive coordinator for the Browns in the early 80s. And when he was with Cleveland, so he was a Cleveland coach from 1984 to 88, and he actually is in charge of 3 out of 4 of their last division titles, going way back before they were in the AFC North. Their last division title, Cleveland Browns, was 1989, and Marty Schottenheimer was in charge of the previous 3 in 87, 86, and 85. So if you're talking about legacies, like that guy left the perfect one, because we've only won 1 division since he was around. I mean, yeah, we had Bill Belichick after that, but, with Schottenheimer in the early 80s, I mean, he was at that time Brian Sipe. He was on the same team when he was the defense coordinator for that. I mean, he meant a lot to a lot of people. Bernie Kosar, I know I saw him. He was pretty sad and had some good things to say about him on Twitter. So RIP Marty Schottenheimer, you will be missed. But that's all the time we have today for the Tarps Off Sports Blitz. I'm Zach, he's Nick, and we'll see you next time.